Our last speaker today is another Midland employee, Caleb McKim. He's also on our energy services team here at Midland Power. Um, we're bringing Caleb in this morning to talk about another large subject that we run into a lot, which is solar and adaptation of solar. Big subject. Get a lot of calls on this. So I'm going to bring Caleb on board here to kind of fill us in a little bit on what we're doing with solar energy these days. Caleb?
This one. So yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm Caleb. I work with Roger, Dan, Larry here at Midland Power with the energy services team, and I do a lot with the solar, the interconnections. If you are interested, chances are they'll send you to me, and I'll work with you in your situation, see what works best for you. So with Midland Power, you have a couple different options if you're interested in solar, what you can do. We can look at having your own personal array at your home, whether that's ground mount, roof mount, just one that's physically at your property, or we can look at the community solar route, which is we have a community solar array located in Iowa Falls. You can purchase subscriptions to offset usage that way too. So we'll move forward here. Good. Or what happened here? Cliff? Okay, so personal solar, we'll start there. So Midland Power is actually part of a group called Iowa Choice Renewables. We were established in 2016 by a group of Iowa RECs. We're dedicated to delivering safe, reliable, affordable, and environmentally responsible energy to our members. We offer credible information, allowing you to make the best decisions about your energy needs. And if you decide, I really do want to go solar, we're happy to offer turnkey solar installs as well. So as you're planning for solar, here's 5 steps to kind of walk you through the process, what it might look like. If you're planning for solar, step 1 is just give us a call. We want to be there with you, help walk you through that process. What do you need to do? Is there anything that needs done in your service to help prepare you for this? We'll give you credible information, walk you through that. Step 2 is let's look at your energy usage. Here at Midland Power, if you're a member of ours, we can come out and do a free energy audit for you. Kind of see what can you do to cut back on your electrical usage. That reduces the size of the system that you would need to invest in and could save you just easy money right there. Step 3 is get multiple quotes, read reviews, research the local codes, see what tax credits you might be eligible for. I can't stress enough, don't just go with the first contractor out there trying to sell you anything, because there's good ones and bad ones. So getting, I say, at least 3 quotes kind of helps insulate you from getting scammed by somebody. Step 4 is knowing who's responsible for what. Again, if you're working with us, Iowa Choice Renewables, that process is usually pretty simple, straightforward. We'll work with you through that. If you're working through another solar contractor, work with them, see who's responsible for submitting the interconnection agreement. Make sure you have the liability insurance. So if anything, God forbid, goes wrong out there, you're covered. And step 5 is let us help connect your system with ours. So after you've built the array, you've got the interconnection agreement completed, we're out there putting in the meter, making sure everything's set up and ready to go. Maybe Cliff, it's not moving. Okay, so some things to consider as you're looking at solar is, what are your goals? Is it to save money, help the environment? Maybe you want to be more energy independent. Maybe it's a combination of the 3. So when you call us, talk with us, that's probably going to be the first thing I'm going to ask you is, what are your goals? How can I help you meet your goals? Location is another big one. Roof versus ground mount. Do you have any shading on your property? Do you have a good spot where you can put the array that's south facing? South facing you get a lot better production out of your arrays if you have that opportunity. Cash versus financing. Financing just it lengthens your payback period a little bit, so that's something just to kind of keep in mind because you got interest on that. So something just to think about. And your lifestyle. Are you home from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.? That's the window where solar is producing most of its power. So as much as you can offset your energy usage to those times, the better that solar might work for you, that you can see a real benefit from having solar. And tax credits, are you eligible? So working with us, any numbers we tell you do not include tax credits unless you would tell us to include them otherwise. That is for you to do your research on, talk with your accountant, see what you're eligible for. Then you can factor that into your payback period. This year is actually our Iowa Falls array, our community solar array. I like this because it really shows the patterns of what solar can do. This is just this past week here. You see that as it climbs up, that's right about 10 a.m. and when it falls down, that's right about 3 p.m. So again, whatever you can fit in that window, that's where you can really, with Midland Power, see the best benefit from your solar. So going back to the lifestyle, a couple other things I'll point out. Had a couple cloudy days in there. This past weekend, we had some clouds, some rain through, and you can kind of see that effect that it had on the solar array there. As I kind of mentioned earlier, there's some good companies out there, and there's some people that just want to take your money out there. So some red flags to watch for. I'm sure you might have heard some of these. Whether you're scrolling through Facebook, listening to the radio, there's people out there trying to get you to buy something. If you hear things like eliminate your electric bill, go solar for $0 down, get paid to go solar, that would be nice. You need to talk. You don't need to talk to your solar company. We'll handle all of that. Don't talk to them or anyone who's just really being pushy salesman. They want you to sign something now. Those are some little things, just some red flags to watch for. If anyone's really pushing any of these down for you, just something to be aware of. So 5 ways to avoid them is, well, if you're interested, contact us. We want to help you through that process and make sure that you're getting the best deal that you can get. One of the nice things about working for a cooperative that I personally love is I work for you. You're the member. You're the owner of the cooperative. Ultimately, you're my boss. So I'm here to, how can I help you? We sincerely do have your best interest in mind. So you give us your goals, we will do everything we can to help you meet your goals. Get your multiple quotes. So like I said, at least 3. That helps you kind of filter out, okay, who's giving you a good quote and who's trying to get you for everything you're worth. And ask yourself, is this too good to be true? My experience is if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Read the fine print. And research company reviews. You can find them online. See other people who have gone with these companies. What have they had to say about them? And if you have any friends and neighbors who have gone solar, ask them about their experiences. What did you like? What did you not like? How do you see this working for you in your situation? So go on to community solar now. So if you don't want to have a solar at your own property, or you don't want to put something on your roof, or you don't have the real estate, maybe your place has a lot of shading, community solar might be an option for you if you're still really interested in to do something. So we started our program in 2017, March 2017. It's a 20-year program that runs through February of 2037. The current price per subscription is $595, and one subscription is going to approximately save you about $50 a year on your energy bill. special deal right now, or if you buy 10, you get the 11th for free. You get to see all the benefits of having invested in solar without having to maintain your system, keep it up. No hassle. You pay that one-time $595 fee and forget about it. It's solar crediting onto your bill each month. You can purchase as many subscriptions as would offset 80% of your electric bill for if you're residential. Commercial, it's 50%. And yeah, we hassle-free for you. Why community solar? Why might you want to invest in community solar? Support use of renewable energy. There's no maintenance or repair responsibilities for you to worry about. No additional insurance costs. You can enjoy the benefits of solar without actually having to have it installed on your property. You keep it up. You can see the real energy production online on our website. If you go to midlandpower.coop and you look up on energy efficiency and renewables, go to community solar. There's a link on there where you can see what our community solar array is doing in real time. It's really fascinating to look at. You can watch it go up and down as clouds come over, and it's really interesting. And production credits appear on your monthly bill. Every month you'll see that credit from the community solar, and it keeps your roof and shingle warranties valid. Nothing's on your roof. So which is right for you? Here's just a little side-by-side comparison of what might help you figure out if you're interested in solar, what might best meet your goals. So with your community solar, it shows up on your electric bill just as your on-site solar would. Program eligibility, Midland Power Community Solar is you must be a member to be eligible for the program. Whereas on-site, anybody can go put up their own array, regardless of which utility is your provider. Tax credits is with the community solar, you can get the payback without having to be dependent on any tax credits. But if you do go have your own on-site solar, make sure you do your research into that, see what you might be eligible for. No land requirements for community solar. You might need some land or at least a really solid roof for your on-site solar. With community solar, you can buy a few subscriptions now, add more to that later. That's a really easy process. If you're going to expand on your on-site solar in the future, there would be some hoops you'd still need to jump through then at that time as well. For the community solar, if you move, they can be transferred to another account. So if you stay on Midland lines, you can transfer them to your new account on Midland Power, or you can transfer them to another member on Midland Power. Whereas on-site solar, you're most likely just leaving them with the property. Any questions? Yeah.
I have several, actually. So first, how does you have solar on the roof or community solar? How is that affecting the grid? How does that really work?
Affecting the grid?
I mean, does your solar power your stuff in your house, or does the energy produced go to Midland, and then it comes back through regular Midland wires? How does that work?
Sure. So we'll start with solar on your house. So say you have solar on your house, the energy is connected on your side of the meter. So you'll be using that power before it would go to us. So the only power generation that we would see coming from you is any overproduction so say it's produced more power than you're using at that time, then that would go to us and we would see that, but you will use it all first. The community ones, so that's all located up in Iowa Falls. So that's metered itself. At the end of the month, we take all of the usage or the generation that has produced over that month, and then we divide that by the number of subscriptions and say you have 10 subscriptions, we'll allocate 10 of those to you. And so you see the kilowatt hours credited onto your bill, subtracted from your kilowatt hours that you used for that month.
So the energy you're getting
From that specific one, from that, not, it's not coming from that specific array. So if you live down in Polk City, you know, energy is going to go or in path of least resistance and everything. So it's going down the road and it'll feed out. But it's, yeah, but you're getting that credit because you've invested in it. So you've invested in that renewable energy source, and so you're still seeing that benefit because we are then allocating that energy produced by that source to your bill each month.
You talked about $595 for a subscription.
Yep.
What does subscription mean?
A subscription is an allocation. So if you, there's a formula that we have that we take your energy usage over the course of a year, and then we put that in and we see how many subscriptions you would be eligible for, how many allocations for what it is.
So
And
you
then,
might have, how would you figure out whether it's 1 or 2 or 3 subscriptions or something?
there's a formula I put it in.
Oh, so it would be through you.
Yeah.
I'll let other people ask before.
Good questions, though. Good questions. Yeah.
So, if you have a solar array and you're connected to Midland,
Yep.
is there an option to have batteries that would flip over so you maintain your property during the outage? Is there a solution like that? I'm in rural, you know, I lose water when don't have electricity for the well.
Yeah. So when you're on-site solar, there are batteries you can do for that. Typically, general rule of thumb, of course, every situation is different, but general rule of thumb is if you're looking to add batteries, roughly double the cost of the system. When you lose power, then your solar array will lose power, but you'll still have the batteries to keep your water running. Does that answer your question?
It does.
Okay.
But related to that, wouldn't there have to be a transfer switch to transfer that battery power to your facility and disconnect you from the utility?
Yes, there is. Just like if you hook up a generator.
Yes.
Yep. Just it's same process.
And with respect to that, just from my residential codes and the NEC codes relating to solar arrays, just because, you know, something forbid happens at your house, those arrays have to be disconnected from the line because the emergency people have to be able to disconnect that,
Yep.
get that off of the grid and away
Yep.
from them, so there's no danger of being electrocuted.
Yep. Yep. So it's in one of our requirements if you go and do put some on-site solar at your property that there is a disconnect switch within line of sight of the meter. We typically like to see that within 10 feet of the meter, especially, just so that way, yeah, if something does happen, it's there, easy access, people know right where to go, where they can flip that switch.
So say a person bought 10 subscriptions,
Yep.
they would get a credit of approximately $500 a year.
Yep.
If they didn't use that much electricity for the year,
Yep.
would they get a credit would they maintain a credit, or how would that?
Yeah, that will continue to roll over throughout the duration of the program. So until the program ends. Yep.
Okay.
Right. Any other question? Back over here.
So when you pay the credit, then you're not paying your regular electric bill. The $595 is for your electric bill.
The $595 is the subscription price to buy into the program.
Okay.
So that's not your electric bill. So you still have your electric bill over here. You pay that $595 for one subscription. That's a one-time fee to buy into the program. Then throughout the duration of the program, that array is going to produce kilowatt hours.
Right.
Those kilowatt hours will then be credited onto your bill every month as it's produced throughout the duration of the program. So that's where you see your energy savings. So if you use 100 kilowatt hours in a month and the array produces 50 for your subscription allocation, you take your 100 and subtract the 50 here, and then you pay the difference. that makes sense. Or is that
So you're basically paying $545 for a subscription above what you normally pay for your electric.
yeah, it's separate, so it's not your utility bill. It's not that. You just buy into the program, but yeah. Does that help clarify it?
Yeah, well, sort of.
Sort of.
I guess that would be a one-on-one conversation.
Sure. Yeah.
So when you put a solar panel on your roof and you have to get new shingles, you have to get a new roof. How does that work? Does the roofing company take the solar panels? How do you?
No, you
do
would
that?
have to call the people who installed your solar. They will come remove the solar panels, and then your roofing company will come and re-roof your house. And then when that's done, then they will come reinstall them.
And I would assume that's a pretty big charge.
It's not cheap.
Yeah. And then when you talk to us, do you recommend solar companies that we would contact to get quotes?
Sure, I recommend Iowa Choice Renewables. But like I said, we of course we recommend us, and then outside of that, we recommend that you do some research. You know, just do a quick search online for solar companies in Iowa, and you'll get a lot of results. That's the company that we're associated with. Yep. Yep. Yes.
I want to make sure I understand the subscription. So you said one-time charge.
Yep.
So it's basically an investment for small returns till 2037?
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So you pay that $595. Then every month you'll get that credit on your bill for the kilowatt hour difference. And so you're saving money on your electric bill throughout that time until 2037. Yep.
So it's hard to say exactly what the benefit will be when it's done.
Yes, these are estimations that's been provided to us by the people who installed the array. They're estimations.
So the estimation is for your $595, you're going to get over the life about $600 for the credits.
Yeah, give or take. I have some specific numbers. If you're really interested, we can work your situation and give you specifically what it would be. Yeah, we can talk about that if you are interested. Yep. Another one over here, Dan. Exactly. Yep. Yep. It's a one time. You pay that once and you don't pay it again. Yep.
I won't be alive by then.
Any other questions? Well, all right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming.